Hi, my name is Emma and I have a book buying problem. I'm going to die. Just kidding, I'm not, but I feel like I am. Hi, how's it going? Hello, I'm uploading again. It's fantastic. Welcome back to my channel, and today I have another booktube video. I bought more books this summer. I have a problem. You guys may have seen my summer book haul, which was massive, holy cow, and I ended up reading absolutely zero of those books. So what did I do during the summer? Bought more books. But that's okay, I'm not totally broke from purchasing books that I want to read, but I haven't read yet because I'm so behind in the books I bought before I bought those books. I have another book haul for you today, and this is my back to school book haul. Oh yes, it has nothing to do with school at all. There's no theme to it. These are just all the books I bought over the summer and can't keep it to myself. I want to share them. I'm sick. I might cough from time to time. Let's look at all the books I spent my money on. First up is Secrets for the Mad by Dodie Clark. I actually did read this book and finish it, actually pretty much right away. I've been super into Dodie Clark lately, as some of you already know. I love watching her old YouTube videos and watching her music videos and listening to her music. Oh, I love her so much. This book helped me actually get through some tough stuff. Highly, highly, highly recommend this book. I do want to do a follow-up video on this book solo by itself. But also, great read. Pick it up. Support other YouTubers. Next up, My Plain Jane. Now, this is written by 3 different authors. And this cover actually might look a little bit different. If you saw my Owl Crate July unboxing video, you will know that this came in my July Owl Crate. Usually the book is blue and yellow, but this one is green and purple, and personally, I kind of like it better. I haven't read this one yet, however, it is an Owl Crate exclusive, and it's also signed by all the authors. Next up is Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Myracle. I'm a big John Green fan, and I know that this takes place on Christmas Eve. I basically want to read anything John Green writes. Frankly, I'd read his grocery lists. And I haven't actually read the synopsis of this book, however, it's a John Green novel, and I've been wanting to pick this one up for a while, so I grabbed it, even though it was summer and not Christmas. Next up is the Messenger of Fear series. There is a 3rd book. I believe it's either being written or I just haven't picked it up yet. And this is by Michael Grant. These are actually in the bargain section at Chapters. It seems to be a little bit like a fantasy, kind of a Wicked-ish novel. Not like Wicked the musical. I wish. But Wicked in the sense that there's some dark magic in this. Maybe it's a little bit science fiction-y / fantasy, but I'm very excited to read both of these. Next up is the Actor's Life Survival Guide by Jenna Fischer. If you don't know who Jenna Fischer is, she's an actress. She's been on lots of TV shows and movies, mainly known for her role as Pam Beasley in The American Office, one of my personal favorite TV shows, if I do say so myself. And I've seen this book on the shelf for a while now, and being an actor myself, I kind of wanted to pick it up and see maybe what advice she had to give to fellow actors. Next up is Drink, Slay, Love by Beth Durst. Now, I will say that I'm not super into vampire romance novels. I didn't read the Twilight series. I wasn't a huge fan of them. I didn't like the movies. And before you come at me for watching the movies first, I know, I'm sorry. This was in the bargain section at Indigo / Chapters, and I figured I'd pick it up and give a vampire romance novel a try. I never usually do, and I figured I might as well start. Maybe I'll actually like it, and then maybe I'll want to read vampire novels. Who knows? Next up is Illusionarium by Heather Dixon. Now, Heather Dixon wrote one of my absolute favorite novels called Entwined, and I love that novel. I don't know much about Illusionarium, however, I know that I love Heather Dixon's writing style. I love what she does with her characters, and I really, really wanted to read this, especially if it's going to be fantasy, just like Entwined was. Next up is The Woman in White by Wilkey Collins. Now, this is an 1860s Victorian mystery detective novel, and it was also in the bargain section. Well, what can I say? I was on a spree, and if I can get a book for $6, I'm definitely gonna do it. I love classic novels. I haven't read a ton of them, but I want to, and this is a great way to start off. Also, I do love the occasional mystery, especially when it's set not in the present day. This book is a book I have been wanting to pick up for the longest time. It's called Creativity, Inc. Overcoming the Unseen Forces That Stand in the Way of True Inspiration, and it is by Ed Catmull. He is the president of Pixar Animation and Disney Animation, and as you know, I'm a massive Disney nerd. I live off Disney, I absolutely love Disney, and I'm always looking into reading into stuff about Disney, watching videos about Disney, and this book is one of the perfect ways to do that. I'm so excited to open this because I've seen it on the shelves forever, and I cannot wait to get inside the head of Ed Catmull. Next up is Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. This is a classic, apparently, I am told. Apparently it gets read a lot in schools. My school didn't read it per se. It's about a fireman who lives in the future in a post-apocalyptic world where certain books have to be burnt. He is in charge of destroying these illegal books. However, one day he meets someone named Clarice who introduces him to actually reading and not being afraid of the present day, and instead living like they did in the past, reading printed book, which is technically illegal in the world that they live in. I'm very excited to read this. It kind of reminds me of The Book Thief / Matched, but a little bit more gritty. I'm excited to open this and see how the story plays out. Next up is Grace and Fury by Tracy Banghart. This actually came in my August Owl Crate box, which I unfortunately forgot to film an unboxing for because I had been away for 2 weeks, but that's okay. I'm very excited to read this. It came in the Ruthless Royals box. I've had a lot of people tell me that it's an excellent book. There's been a lot of hype around it, and also, because it is an Owl Crate exclusive, the cover is a little bit different from the original. It is also signed. Next up is another YouTuber's book, and this is Almost Adulting by Arden Rose. I love YouTuber books, biographies, memoirs, self-help books, etc. I just turned 19. I haven't really figured out how to adult yet, or I know the help I can get. Hopefully it can help me get my adult life together. I still feel like I'm a teenager. I am, but I'm not, and it's weird. Next up is Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Niven. Now, Jennifer Niven also wrote All the Bright Places, which I did a little mini review on in a video I did earlier about what's on my bookshelf. But I also love Jennifer Niven's writing style, and also she was quite new as a writer when she wrote All the Bright Places, and this is a more recent novel of hers, and I'm very excited to read it and see if her writing style has evolved, what the style's like, what she does with the characters, and especially if she continued to write about mental health. Oh yes, hit me up with all the books from YouTubers. This is Melanie Murphy's book, Fully Functioning Human, Almost. I watch a lot of Melanie Murphy. Frankly, I'm actually quite a big fan of hers. I enjoy the content she puts out there, and I really wanted to grab her book because if her book is anything like her personality and like what she puts in her YouTube videos, I think I'm genuinely going to enjoy this. She's not afraid to talk about controversial topics and address things that need to be addressed online, and I absolutely love that about her. She's a no BS girl, and hopefully her book is the same way. Next up is a book I mentioned that I'm reading on my Instagram and in my life update video, and it's The Princess Saves Herself in this one by Amanda Lovelace. Now, I love poetry books. I'm obsessed with them, and I just started this, but I love the way it's formatted. Everything's in lowercase, which surprisingly is aesthetically pleasing, and I'm very excited to see what Amanda Lovelace's writing style is like. I also picked up her other book from the 3-part series that this book is a part of. The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one. I haven't started reading this one yet. This one is next, but again, very excited to see what her writing style is like and see if she gets into nitty-gritty stuff with these books as well. This book is another one for my little Pixar nerdy heart, and this one is To Pixar and Beyond, The Unlikely Journey with Steve Jobs to Make Entertainment History. Again, I love history of Pixar and the animation company and Disney itself, and I love reading about it, and I think picking up a book would be better time spent than literally scrolling through Reddit pages all the time to find information about Disney. This book I've heard a lot about, and it's called Monday's Not Coming. This book is about a girl named Monday Charles, and she goes missing, and as her best friend tries to uncover why she went missing or possibly where she could have gone, she realizes that no one actually knows when the last time they saw her was. I love mysteries and a good thriller, and I'm really excited to dive into this book. This book, The Hate That You Give by Angie Thomas. I've heard so many good things about this book. I actually watched a review of this book a little while ago, and that's what inspired me to pick it up. I've heard absolutely phenomenal things about it. It's about a girl, and she's of African American descent, who watches her friend get shot by a police officer one day when they're pulled over in the car. And I actually think this is a movie at the moment. I definitely want to read the book first before I see the movie, because apparently it's absolutely phenomenal. Next up is Windfall by Jennifer E. Smith. Now, I love Jennifer E. Smith's books. I've read This Is What Happy Looks Like and The Geography of You and Me. I own almost all of her books. I think I just need the statistical probability of a first sight. And this one I picked up as well because it is also signed, but I do love Jennifer's writing style as well. I'm a big fan of hers. And also, not to judge a book by its cover. However, this book looks different than any other book she's ever written before. The cover is different. Usually her covers have all the same artwork kind of feel to it, with a long title kind of explaining the story in an obscure way. This is very simple, and then the cover is a golden bear, a golden crocodile or alligator, I'm not really sure which one, and confetti everywhere. And I'm really interested to see what this book is about, especially because it looks so different than the rest of her books. Nonetheless, I do love her writings, and I think I'm gonna love this one just the same. And finally, on this list, I picked up 2 books by Jerry Spinelli. It's Stargirl and Love Stargirl. Now, not to give anything away, however, there is a movie being made, and of course it's not coming out anytime soon. But a friend recommended that I read this book after he decided to read it, and I thought I would give it a try. I've heard amazing things about it, and so far, it's awesome. I can't wait to get to the end. It's very short, but so far, the writing style is quick, it's fast-paced, it's interesting, and I really like how the characters are developing so far. Love Stargirl is the sequel to Stargirl, obviously, and it's about Stargirl herself, which is a character in the first book. The first book is all about her as well, except this one is told from her perspective. I highly recommend you give Stargirl a read, especially before 2019. That's all the books I have today. Yes, I think I spent about $1 million on all of these, but that's okay. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed your summer. Happy back to school. Hope you're enjoying school so far. Thanks for watching my booktube video. Like, comment, subscribe, watch some more of my videos. You know the rest of it. See you next time. Bye!
I can't focus on what needs to get done. I'm on notice, hoping that you don't run. You think I'm tepid, but I'm misdiagnosed. Cause I'm a stalker, I seen all of your posts. And I'm just tryna play it cool now. But that's not what I wanna do now.